30th, 2022, in Atlanta, Georgia, when a white Jeep Grand Cherokee blasts onto I-85 at over 100 miles per hour, weaving recklessly and showing no signs of slowing down. What starts as a dangerous high-speed pursuit is about to turn deadly. The suspect weaved recklessly, showing no regard for safety. With every swerve, the risk to innocent drivers grew. As the chase spiraled further out of control, more units raced to join in, closing in from every direction. Their mission was clear: stop this maniac before someone got seriously hurt. At the intersection, a passenger bails out on Edgewood Avenue, only to be immediately caught by troopers. But the driver wasn't ready to surrender. Back onto interstate, speeds soar past 100 miles per hour. After the pit, the SUV spins out, leaves the road, and crashes violently. When troopers rush in, they find the Jeep overturned and on fire. Two suspects, Broderick Dunn and Amarian Clotter, are pulled from the wreckage unresponsive. CPR and tourniquets are applied, but it's too late. Both men are pronounced dead. Nearby, a bloody AR-15 rifle lies in the grass, recovered as evidence. The third suspect, Montavious Lovejoy, was already wounded from a prior gunshot before the chase even began. He was taken to Grady Hospital and survived. On June 29th at approximately 2 p.m., as this incident began, officers with the Charles County Sheriff's Office responded to the Acton Lane in Waldorf for reports of a woman being assaulted by a man in a parking lot and a possible carjacking. Then Charles County Sheriff's officers responded and located the suspect, who decided to flee.
I'm behind it. You almost went head on with me. I'm behind it. South Carolina behind it, southbound 205. Southbound 205, number 1 lane, speed to 75. South Carolina, number 1 lane, traffic is light, speed to 100. Austin, Idlewood, speed 102, number 2 lane, 0 traffic.
Flying down the roadway at a reckless pace, the suspect miscalculated his turn. The vehicle slammed into a curb, launching it across lanes and into the opposite side of the road.
1050, 1050. The accident, 1050.
The chase ended deadly for the suspect. After losing control, the suspect slammed head-on into an oncoming truck, the violent impact instantly bringing the pursuit to a close. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene. The truck driver walked away without injuries, though shaken by the terrifying events that unfolded right in front of him. One more reminder that in a high-speed pursuit, it only takes a split second for everything to go from reckless to in Jacksonville, Florida, in a broad daylight. What should have been a normal afternoon spiraled into chaos when Florida Highway Patrol got word of a stolen Volkswagen Jetta. Troopers moved fast, and it didn't take long before one of them spotted the car. But when the lights came on, the suspect had no intention of pulling over.
Roselle, getting back on I-10 eastbound. Last 10 for Jax. It's going to be Florida 28 of November, Victor Alpha, Victor 46. It's going to be on a Volkswagen Jetta.
Number 920 at 155,
It's going to be 95 north, I'm sorry, 95 southbound. 95 southbound coming up to San Marco. Original violation was to pull him over for improper lane change. Got off on the Stockton exit on eastbound, or westbound. Started running red lights, Jax. 131. The traffic is moderate, speed is 95.
As the stolen Jetta hit the highway, the chase turned into a high-speed game of survival. The suspect swerved across lanes, pushing well over the limit, nearly clipping cars as he weaved through traffic. Every time the trooper closed in, the driver panicked. With traffic heavy and innocent drivers caught in the middle, troopers had to time their move carefully if they ever got an opportunity.
Passing Atlantic. Roger, shoulder jack, still moderate traffic. Still southbound 95, Jackson, trying to weave in and out of lanes, still trying to evade me. Southbound 95 coming into Emerson.
The suspect's driving only got wilder, cutting across lanes, squeezing between cars, even bouncing off the shoulder like he thought he was starring in some Hollywood chase scene. But this wasn't a movie. Every sharp swerve, every reckless move was just writing his own ending. And there was no way it would play out any other way than the crash waiting ahead.
Still southbound 95, Jax. Traffic is still moderate. Passing Emerson. Jax, you just hit a sign. You just Singapore. Get out of the vehicle! Put your hands up! Close your eyes! Close your eyes! You get flash in your face! Hey, come over here!
After the crash, the suspect was trapped inside the wrecked Jetta. Troopers smashed the window, pulled him out, and placed him under arrest without further incident. The stolen car was left completely destroyed, a mangled reminder of the chaos he caused. One thing is certain: This suspect won't be behind the wheel anytime soon. In South Bend, Indiana, what began as a simple traffic stop for a blown brake light quickly escalated into a multi-agency pursuit across state lines. The driver, 32-year-old Joshua Ringel, wanted on a violent felony warrant. When Michigan State Police attempted to take him into custody, things took a shocking turn.
All right, go put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
What's going on?
You got a warrant for your arrest.
For what?
For simple assault. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm
No.
I'm not going.
Bro, don't.
I'll take it all the way there. I'm not going.
Aaron, I got one fighting.
Look, I'm
No,
not- I'm
dude,
not-
I'm
I'm
telling you right now,
not
dude.
going.
I'm telling you, stop.
I'm not going.
Stop.
For what?
No,
It's simple
stop.
assault from where?
Simple assault. Get out of the crowd.
My God!
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Drop the gun right now! Drop it!
After resisting arrest and fighting with the trooper, Ringel dove back into his Kia and slammed it into gear. The officer jumped back into his cruiser and pursued the suspect.
Reason for chase. Police officer, CW.
As the chase dragged on, the Kia couldn't take the punishment. The tires shredded, pieces of the car scattered across the roadway, and Ringel was forced to slow down. That gave the trooper exactly what he needed. The distance was closing fast, and the suspect's chances of escape were slipping away.
Thanks, about to lose it.
With the Kia limping down the road, Ringel made his move, pulling a gun through the driver's window and opening fire at pursuing officers. At that moment, the chase turned from reckless to deadly. Officers knew waiting wasn't an option anymore. They held their ground just long enough for backup to close in, ready to end this pursuit once and for all before more lives were put at risk.
Coming up to West Avenue.
Coming up to West Madison. Okay. Officer down.
Officers from multiple agencies poured into the area. A second trooper followed in his patrol car, skidding partially over an embankment and striking a tree. Drones, K-9s, and SWAT swept the wooded riverbank as the manhunt intensified. Moments later, gunfire echoed near the river. Ringel was found dead at the bottom of the embankment, his run ending in the shadows of the St. Joseph River. His passenger was unharmed. One officer sustained only minor injuries, and the investigation into the officer-involved shooting is now in the hands of the Indiana State Police. It was December 31st, 2021, in Savannah, Georgia. Just after 1 a.m., what began as a Lexus blowing through a red light turned into a reckless, high-speed chase. Behind the wheel, 25-year-old Jackery Rivers. Behind him was a Georgia State Patrol. Rivers wasted no time pushing his Lexus to the limit.
Lincoln, all units, 10-3, 1033, 209 4201.
Taking a left, and then going down together. Like a Mercedes, turn on 56th Street, 1050, roll over 1050 with a pedestrian, roll over.
As Rivers ran another stop sign, pulling directly into the path of an oncoming Prius. The impact was brutal. The Prius slammed the Lexus broadside, sending Rivers' car spinning and flipping over multiple times before coming to rest upside down in a vacant lot. With the wreckage smoking, troopers approached cautiously, weapons drawn. To their surprise, Rivers crawled from the wreck and surrendered without further resistance. A search of his pockets turned up more than $20,000 in cash, and when the Lexus was flipped upright, troopers discovered a Glock 31 with an extended magazine still chambered and loaded on the driver's floorboard. Rivers, a convicted felon, was transported to the hospital for clearance before being booked into the Chatham County Jail. His Lexus was uninsured, his registration expired, and his night ended with multiple citations, seized cash, and a firearm taken into evidence. On April 10, 2025, in Zellwood, Florida, what started as a routine traffic stop on a white Genesis G70 spiraled into a dangerous pursuit. The driver, later identified as 35-year-old Sidney Paul Hayes, wasn't just speeding. He was carrying a whole lot more trouble than a suspended license. At first, it looked like Hayes was going to comply, pulling into a Circle K parking lot, but with one sudden move, he floored it back onto US 441. The Genesis weaved between cars, splitting lanes at nearly 90 miles per hour in a 35 zone. As the pursuit ensued, Hayes struck 4 mailboxes while making a hard left onto Poncan Road, damaging his own wheel but refusing to slow down. He ran stop signs, drove the wrong way into oncoming lanes, and pushed his luck with every reckless move.
Hit him when I get a chance.
trooper lines up ready to end it, but the suspect slams the brakes, jukes across the road, and whips a U-turn. Just like that, he's back in the wind. For a second, it looked like the chase was over. But one thing's for sure, this trooper isn't letting him get away that easy.
Crossing Wesley. Stand by. Put your hands up. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Hayes opened his door and tossed out a brown backpack before stepping out with his hands raised. Inside the bag, exactly what you'd expect from someone this desperate to escape. Multiple large bags of marijuana, cocaine, pills, and scales used for packaging and resale. A quick search also revealed nearly $3,000 in cash stuffed on him, alongside an assortment of narcotics and paraphernalia. Sidney Paul Hayes was booked into the Orange County Jail on a long list of charges, including felony fleeing, trafficking cocaine, possession with intent to sell, and destruction of evidence. And it was April 6th, 2023, Conway, Arkansas. What started as a simple traffic stop for dark-tinted windows turned into a 100-mile-per-hour pursuit. Behind the wheel was Davian Richards and his passenger Paul Humphrey. What troopers didn't know at first, Ian, was that this car was carrying far more than just reckless drivers. When troopers tried to stop the Chevy Cruze, Richards pretended to slow down, then stomped the gas. The cruiser tapped the Chevy's rear quarter, spinning it into a violent counterclockwise slide. Richards bailed immediately, sprinting from the wreck, and the chase continued. Richards bailed immediately, sprinting from the wreck. But a short foot chase through Conway ended with him in handcuffs. His passenger, Humphrey, was pulled from the car with minor injuries, lucky to be alive. A search of the vehicle revealed the truth. 150 fentanyl pills and a bag of marijuana. What started as a traffic violation turned into a major drug bust. Richards was booked into the Faulkner County Detention Center, facing charges of trafficking fentanyl, felony fleeing in a vehicle, fleeing on foot, and drug. It was April 15th, 2025, in DeKalb County, Georgia, when troopers with the Georgia State Patrol Crime Suppressions Unit weren't out looking for a simple traffic stop. Their target was far more dangerous. Homicide suspect Antonio Watson, behind the wheel of a gray Nissan Altima. Just hours earlier, investigators say Watson gunned down a man at a local hotel. Now he was on the move, and CSU troopers were determined not to let him slip away. Tracking technology quickly put Watson back on Memorial Drive, where traffic was heavy in the middle of the afternoon. Troopers closed in, lights flashing, sirens blaring. The suspect wasted no time showing his desperation, swerving into the center turn lane and weaving through traffic, ignoring every command to stop.
Okay. I got him. Right here. I got him. Gig, I think you got it. Yeah, we got it right here, Gig. Yeah, right here. Hang on. Gig, get it. I got it.
At lower speed, the pit was clean, spinning the Altima counterclockwise right at the intersection. The suspect's car slammed backward into an innocent bystander's vehicle and came to rest, trapped by patrol units pinning it from all sides. Even then, Watson resisted.
This last time city is now on follow man. Copy. Copy it. 10 minutes up. 17, 16G.
Alongside Watson was Byron Thomas, a wanted man himself, facing his own warrants for obstruction and fleeing. What began as a manhunt for one homicide suspect ended with 2 fugitives in handcuffs. No troopers were hurt, the bystander driver walked away, and both men were transported into custody for detectives to take over. Antonio Watson now faces a homicide charge, along with the reckless